Hi there. Today we're going to talk about hatred for God. What does Jesus say in the red letters about this? John 3:19 and 20. This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but men, they love darkness instead of light because their deeds are evil. So everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that his deeds will be exposed. John 5:22 to 23. Moreover, the Father, he judges no one, but has entrusted all judgment to his Son, that all may honor the Son just as they honor the Father. And he who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. John 7:6 through 8. Therefore, Jesus told them, the right time for me has not yet come. For you, any time is right. And the world cannot hate you, but it sure hates me, because I testify that what it does is evil. You go to the feast. I'm not going yet up to this feast, because for me the right time has not yet come. John 15:18. If the world hates you, just keep in mind it hated me first. John 15:23 to 25. He who hates me hates my Father as well. And if I had not done among them what no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have seen these miracles, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. Honoring and exalting Christ. What did Jesus say about this? John 5:22 to 23. Moreover, the Father judges no one, but he has entrusted all judgment to the Son, that all may honor the Son just as they honor the Father. And he who does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him. John 5:41 to 43. I do not accept praise from men, but I know you, and I know that you do not have the love of God in your hearts. I have come in my Father's name, and you do not accept me. But if someone else comes in his own name, you'll accept him. John 8:28 to 29. So Jesus said, when you have lifted up the Son of Man, then you will know that I am the one that I claim to be, and that I do nothing on my own, but speak just what the Father has taught me. The one who sent me is with me. He has not left me alone, for I always do what pleases him. John 8:31. Then Jesus said to those Jews who believed him, if you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed. John 8:54 to 56. Jesus replied, if I glorify myself, then my glory means nothing. My Father, whom you claim is your God, he is the one who glorifies me. Though you do not know him, I know him. And if I said I did not, I'd be a liar just like you. But I do know him, and I keep his word. And your father Abraham rejoiced at the thought of seeing my day, and he saw it and was glad. John 12:26. Whoever serves me must follow me, and where I am, my servant also will be. My Father will honor the one who serves me. John 14:15. If you love me, you will obey what I command. John 14:23 and 24. Jesus replied, If anyone loves me, then he will obey my teaching, and my Father will love him, and then he will come to him and make his home with him. And so he who does not love me will not obey my teachings. These words you hear, they're not my own. They belong to the Father who sent me. Matthew 7:21-25. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. And many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? We cast out demons in your name, and we have done many wonders in your name. And then I will declare to them, well, I never knew you. You depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, then I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house. And it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. Matthew 15:8-9. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are so far from me. They worship me in vain, and their teachings are but rules taught by men. Next, I'm going to read about knowing God. What did Jesus say in the red letters about knowing God? John 8:19. Then they asked him, Where is your Father? You do not know me or my Father, Jesus replied. If you knew me, you would know my Father also. John 8:54-55. Jesus replied, If I glorify myself, then my glory means nothing. My Father, whom you claim as your God, is the one who glorifies me. Though you do not know him, I know him. And if I said I did not, I'd just be a liar like you. But I do know him, and I keep his word. John 14:6-11. Jesus answered, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. And if you really knew me, you would know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. Philip said, Lord, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. And Jesus answered, Don't you know me, Philip, even after all that I have been among you such a long time? Anyone who has seen me has seen the Father. And how can you say, Show us the Father? Don't you believe that I am in the Father and the Father is in me? The words that I say to you, they're not my words. Rather, that it is the Father living in me who's doing his work. So believe me when I say I am in the Father and the Father is in me, or at least believe on the evidence of all the miracles themselves. John 14:23-24. Jesus replied, If anyone loves me, he will obey my teaching. My Father will love him, and then we will come to him, and we will make our home with him. And he who does not love me will not obey my teaching. And these words you hear, they're not my own. They belong to the Father who sent me. John 17:3. Now this is eternal life, that they may know the only true God and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. John 17:25-26. O righteous Father, though the world does not know you, I know you, and they know that you have sent me, and I have made you known to them, and I will continue to make you known in order that the love you have for me may be in them, and that I myself may be in them. Matthew 11:27. All things have been committed to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Now I'm going to read to you light versus darkness. And what does Jesus say in the red letters? John 3:18 through 21. How whoever believes in him, Christ, is not condemned. But whoever does not believe stands condemned already, because he has not believed in the name of God's one and only Son. And this is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but men, they love darkness instead of light, because their deeds are evil. And everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light, for fear that his deeds will be exposed. But whoever lives by the truth comes into the light, so that it may be seen plainly that what he has done has been done through God. John 8:12, when Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. John 9:4 and 5, as long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. And while I am in the world, I am the light of the world. John 11:9, Jesus answered, are there not 12 hours of daylight? A man who walks by day will not stumble, for he sees by this world's light. John 12:35. Then Jesus told them, you are going to have the light just a little while longer. You walk while you have the light before darkness overtakes you. The man who walks in the dark does not know where he's going. John 12:46. I have come into the world as a light, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. Matthew 5:14 through 16. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden, and neither do people light a lamp and then put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. And in the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. Matthew 6:22 to 23. The eye is the lamp of the body. Now, if your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are bad, then your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Mark 4:21 to 23. He said to them, do you bring in a lamp to put it under a bowl or a bed? Instead, don't you put it on its stand? For whatever is hidden is meant to be disclosed, and then whatever is concealed is meant to be brought out into the open. So if anyone has ears to hear, let him hear. Luke 8:16 and 17. No one lights a lamp and then hides it under a jar or puts it under a bed. Instead, he puts it on a stand so that those who come in can see the light. For there's nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and there's nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. Luke 11:33 to 36. No one lights a lamp and then puts it in a place where it will be hidden or under a bowl. Instead, he puts it on its stand so that those who come may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body, and when your eyes are good, your whole body is full of light. But when they are bad, Your body is just so full of darkness. See to it then that the light within you is not darkness. And therefore, if your whole body is full of light and no part of it dark, it will be completely lighted. And when the light of a lamp shines on, as when the lamp of a light shines on you. Now I'm going to read, what does the red letter say about profiting from religious duties? John 2:14 and 16. In the temple courts he found men sitting, selling cattle and sheep and doves, and others just sitting at tables exchanging money. So he made a whip out of cords and he drove out all those people from the temple area, both their sheep and cattle, and he scattered the coins of the money changers, overturned their tables. To those who sold doves, he said, "You get out of here! How dare you turn my father's house into a market?" Mark 11:15 through 17. On reaching Jerusalem, Jesus entered the temple area, and he began driving out those who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the benches of those selling doves, and would not allow anyone to carry merchandise through the temple courts. And as he taught them, he said, "Is it not written, my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations, but you have made it into a house, into a den of robbers." Amen. So I hope you enjoyed listening to the red letters of Jesus. Have a wonderful day and go with God, and he'll go with you. Bye-bye.